as long as they're, good three-pointers and they're within, the flow of the offense and the right people are taking, a high volume of them. You have to, if you're going to shoot, anywhere from like 8 to 12 threes as an individual, you got to shoot a pretty good percentage. It's got to make sense. And, with Ryan and Rob, both of those guys have been consistent in their careers beyond the arc. And actually, I thought Ryan and Rob, hurt our offense at times by passing up some of those looks. And I know they want to be unselfish and move the basketball, but when you're going to get a wide open look and rhythm from three, it makes a whole lot of sense for one of those guys to take those shots. So, but I think, we struggled at times and we had more success and in terms of probing the defense against that zone. But we had some good looks not go down for us. I thought we really could have extended the game, but you got to give Coppin State credit.
You said yesterday, if you look at their stats, they're up what, 15 on Connecticut?
Yes.
I mean, they can score. Now they're going to surrender some points, but that's not a bad basketball team.
No, they have some individual players that can create and really cause you problems. And I thought tonight we had a tough time keeping them in front of us. And they got into a little bit of a rhythm after we got up about 15, 17 points. And they made it a game and they kept it relatively close throughout most of the second half.
Lou said he's knocking things off his bucket list. He got a dunk the other night. He's been wanting a 10-assist game. Finally got one tonight. Only 5 turnovers as a team, and he's got 10 assists. Those are good statistics for you.
Yeah, Lou did a good job for us in terms of getting the ball with the shooters, and he's done a good job of just being a leader for us so far this season, as it has Rob and Ryan. But we just need Lou to run the offense, and I still think he needs to look for his pull up even a little bit more, because when you do that, you're going to even get more assists when you keep the defense honest.
Matthew, like how your team takes care of the basketball. You just mentioned you had 5 turnovers tonight. I think the previous games you've been in single digits every time. Lou gets 10 assists and no turnovers tonight. I know that's pretty important. Are they doing a good job with that?
Well, I think one of our biggest concerns is rebounding the basketball. And tonight we didn't turn it over, and we gave ourselves more of a chance, and some shots didn't go down by getting 19 offensive rebounds. So as long as those two can work together in terms of keeping our turnovers down and then out rebounding our opponent, I think we're going to put ourselves in a good position.
They're making pretty good decisions though with the ball from
for the most part, I think they got to learn to do a better job of being aggressive, looking at the rim against the zone where those guys are going to play the passing lanes. They have to look at the rim and they have to get the ball into the defense, into the teeth of the defense, and draw 2 guys. But for the most part, I think our team has done a good job. How can you, really be upset with the game when you only turn the ball over 5 times? So.
You sort of see the light start to come on for him. Now that he's kind of getting past his issues a little bit.
All right, I think a lot of times your issues are erased a little bit when the ball goes in the basket, and so you start to feel a little bit better about yourself. And I thought tonight he really gave us a spark in the first half, and had a basket waved off in the first half also. I thought it was a pretty good move, by him. But it's him just continuing to get treatment, get rehab, us being smart about how much he practices, and hopefully he can get better and the swelling will stop in his knee.
When can you get Mark back?
He can actually play right now, but he's practiced 3 times. We haven't done a lot of transition stuff since we've been back from Puerto Rico. Actually, we haven't done any. We've just done all half-court stuff. We've played so many games, and then you've traveled. We try to take it easy. So, I want the first time he gets in there to have a positive experience. Sometimes when you kind of got sea legs when you're coming back from injury, you've been out forever. Now, you press a little bit, but I'm struggling, to be honest with you, about a rotation. Some of those guards, it's a good problem though. When you got Anthony Johnson, giving you, 10 points and 4 rebounds in 14 minutes, it's a pretty good stat line. And obviously, we just mentioned Tyrone, and he was very productive today. And I think DJ Bird's doing some good things for us. He's just got to, knock down some shots, and I think that'll come in time. He's just got to get in the gym and work on it. But if you look at our backcourt and our depth right there, we got a lot of depth, and so he's got to be able to get by somebody and get there. But John can really shoot the ball against particular people. I think he could be a weapon.
There was a play there. Speaking further, where you guys had pretty much turned the ball over.
Yes.
He dove on the ball.
That was a great play.
Saved the turnover, went to somebody else. They hit Anthony. Anthony made going free throw and missed both, and then lost him that offensive rebound. Is that kind of embody what he is?
Yeah, DJ, needs to give us, a spark with his energy and just hustle. And he has a lot of experience. He's been there. I think it's pretty frustrating for him right now because outside of one game, he has struggled shooting the ball. And it just seems like he's always battled an injury since he's been here. And I think when you play hard and you dive for loose balls and you're late on the line, you're going to be banged up a little bit. But we need him to bring that energy and then be a consistent shooter, especially from three.
Matt, your focus is on the here and now in the college game, but with the news today, especially as it would apply to Juwan, Equan, Carl Landry, even Brian Carter, happy finally for your guys that this is resolved.
Well, I think this is great. The NBA is not going to get back to playing, I think, just for basketball fans in general. But for our players, Carl Landry is not under contract. Brian Cardinal is not under contract. Eachwan Moore does not have a guaranteed contract. Juwan Johnson does. But you still got to make, you got to make teams. They don't know who they're going to be with. Brad Miller obviously is under contract, I think, for another year or maybe 2 years. I don't know if the second year is a team option or a player option. So, the guys that we have in the NBA are a little bit in limbo, especially the new guys, because now, each one's over there in Italy and playing, and he's starting for a very good team, a high-level team, and having a lot of success. And I know Juwan's been working out a lot, getting ready, for the lockout. But it's going to be, I think, a good day for Juwan. We're trying to get a hold of him right now. We're supposed to honor him on Tuesday for the Miami, Florida game for his jersey going up in the rafters.
Is Jacob Lawson, is he a contender to start here at some point? I thought he played pretty well today, so
Yeah.
6 and 8 and then 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good question. I think Anthony Johnson, Tyrone Johnson, DJ Bird, Jacob Lawson, Travis has come off the bench now, but he started. Anytime you have those discussions about your team, I think you have a pretty good team. And so, but he's definitely had starters type production. Today he was very good. He's quick to the basketball. He gives us a different look. He gives us athleticism, and then somebody to go along with Rob, and that gives us that balance. But he's, maybe it's unfair to him, but we always want more from talented guys. Juwan would get us 23 and 13, and we'd always say he should have got these 3 rebounds. He should have done this, and he's pretty good. His line, you don't take it for granted. But I think Jacob's got that kind of athleticism, that kind of spring. A lot of people don't realize that he tore his Achilles last year, didn't play at all. So he's not really back to where he's been in terms of running and jumping and doing those type of things at a very, very high level. So I think he's got a chance to be a really good player. But no, there's no doubt it's in consideration. The thing that Jacob's been able to do is finish. He's finished games for us. At the end of the Iona game, he made that screen at the end, made the key steal after the they got the rebound. So he's been in a lot of games at the end, which for us helps us because he's the one big we have that can switch ball screens. He's the one big that can switch, hedge a ball screen. He can guard a guard, he can guard a forward, he can guard a center. He can guard a lot of different people, so it gives us a lot of flexibility. But he still has a ways to go in some other areas, and so we're trying our best to bring him along slowly, but he might kind of force our hand. But we're just trying to get him to be consistent.